Look, I'm unstoppable. Forget your defense, nothing but an obstacle. Run it back, switch it up, call it audible. Serving up them Hail Marys till the game over with the showstopper. So hot, you gotta blow on it. I said I'll huff and I'll puff, then I'll pass to my left while I'm looking to my right. Hit him right in the chest. It be looking like magic, better give me the throne. I ain't talking about Patrick, but I rep my home. I'm never at the end of my zone. I'm bad to the bone, eating up these pig skins like they chicharrones. And you a douche cabron. Mira, mira at the mirror on the wall. I'm the greatest of them all. They gon' put me in the hall. Your name is only written in a bathroom stall. Quit your stalling and make a play. My drive too long, pop the clutch, I don't pump the brakes. I know what it takes to gain the muscle, get rugged. These butterfingers be fumbling, squash a scrimmage and rub it in Robitussin. How I give them concussion, they seeing double, they rushing and pass the shovel, the dirt and rubble, I bury them under it. Stay in your huddle and get 10 yards back, never turn your back. I'ma pull your flag, I go full contact, out punch, out kick like a shotgun blast on one out snap. It's a fact that I'm unstoppable. Forget your defense, nothing but an obstacle. Run it back, switch it up, calling audible. Serving up them Hail Marys till the...
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to a new episode of Horseshoe podcast, and I'm going to go ahead and kick it to another gear and go ahead and introduce my uh, right hand man, Austin Cook. What's good, man?
What's up? I'm Austin. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm pretty good, man. Father's Day is over. I had a lot of things to celebrate about for his kids, and just being in church and stuff like that. So I had a great time. So thanks for asking. Um, I know a lot of fans right now, Indian fans right now, not so happy with all the news surrounding the Pacers with Tyrese Halliburton. But this going to go 7. They're going to win Thursday and go out to OKC and be in a dogfight. So don't worry, guys. But it's good to have you guys back on another episode. We miss you guys. I know it's only been a week, but we miss you guys. But we got some content to bring to you tonight. Uh, but before we get into that, let's go ahead and plug in our Fan Battle Sports network, where we have all our content, past content there, merchandise, articles that were written by us. Just check us out. We got plenty of things for you to read on the website. So check it out when you get a chance at fanbattlesports.com. But let's get into this Colts talk. Colts talk has been the theme. It's been the off season. I don't think we had a good off season in quite a bit. Do you agree, Austin?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody that's followed the Colts has seen how Chris Ballard works in the offseason and would say it hasn't been good in years. But
It,
I do agree this offseason has been.
it's been um, well, I don't want to say normal because there's always something. I don't want to use the death of Thursday as something bad because that was a tragic. It was unexpected, uh, and we want to wish him and the family, wish the family um, well through that tough time as they continue to grieve the passing of their great dad, who I think owned the team for about over 30 years, 30 close to 40 years. He's been owning it since he was in his 30s. So um, it's been remarkable. I know we had ups and downs during his tenure, but I'm excited to see what Casey, Carly, and Kalen will do moving forward. So, what are your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've spoke on it a few times. The loss of Jim Irsay is it's devastating, especially for the family in the city of Indianapolis. He meant a lot to a lot of people. But yeah, I feel like the Colts have an exciting future with the daughters taking over.
I agree. So many people are showing some concerns because they don't know where we would go, and I see a lot that are excited where we headed. with the new ownership. I wouldn't say new ownership because they always been owners during this time. It's just that new fresh blood, fresh new faces, fresh blood, new, uh, which brings probably new things like what all of us been mentioning about jerseys. They could get away from the old traditions and add some spice to the jersey. I know they brought the Indiana night jerseys. I like them, but it could be better. I don't want to complain as a fan. I'm grateful for what they giving us. So, and I got one. So, um, let's go ahead and get to the episode. Speaking of the ownership, this been brought to my attention the last couple of days that Carly Ursay Gordon wearing her headset. I know she spoke about that in her introductory. Uh, that she, as her growth as an owner and needing to know what's going on, what play calling and all that stuff was going on the sideline, she would wear a headset to understand what's being done. I wouldn't say making sure that players or coaches, not players, the coaches are making the right calls. I won't say that. I think it's more so just learning um, what's going on with the job. Just on the job training. She's learning everything from admin and also on the field with the coaches and coordinators. What are your take with that? And are we should we be worried about her wearing it in the future unless she wore it, since 2012, something like that?
Yeah, to me, I wouldn't say it's anything to be worried about. I feel like she is learning. She and that's good. That's what you want out of your owner. You want an owner that's involved, and like knows what they're doing rather than someone who just has a lot of money to just sit up there and do nothing. Um, so I feel like it's nothing to worry about. She's just doing her due diligence, making sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, like an owner should do. And I feel like it's actually a good thing that maybe other teams should maybe look into doing or look into doing something like that.
But I know Casey, her, and Kaylin all mentioned about not micromanaging. That they're not that type of
Yeah.
owner. And that's what Ursay wasn't a micromanager. He allowed you know the people that he put in place to make the right calls, do that pretty much do their job. He's not over their shoulders, then telling them what to do. He allowed them to do what they do, whether it be make a bad signing, whether it's the front office, player, coach. He allowed them to make their decisions, and if it does not work out, then he fired them when necessary. Uh, and I think maybe they follow the same guideline. I don't see them, even if she is wearing her headset on the sideline moving forward. I don't think that it would interfere with her being the owner. I don't think she would go over here and say, hey, Shane Steichen make this call, or hey, Shane Steichen play this guy, or hey, Shane Steichen make why is AR not playing? She's not going to do that. I don't think that's not her ammo. I don't think that's what we see in her from her. At least I haven't seen it since she's been in the public. So yeah, I agree. I don't think just having some owners, not Jerry Jones. He should be he should be at the house. Uh, some owners should just be, at least listening in, just seeing what's going on, knowing what, play calls or from either the OCE, DC head coach, whoever that's having a headset and make calls on the sideline. They should be able to hear that just to know what's going on and not just be up there just looking clueless and looking at a GM or looking at a scout, asking them what's happening. Uh, and it just bring more experience to their resume. So I agree. Hopefully, she does not go against what she said in her press conference. Hopefully, she just remain uh, kind of in the back scene, in the background, while the ones that she paid does a job like Chris Ballard and the head coach Shane Steichen. So we're gonna move on to our next topic. I had to get that out the way with because everybody been speaking on that recently. It was brought to my attention, so I had to go ahead and put that as one of our conversations because it's important. I don't think it's something we should be worried about, but it's important. But another thing that brought to my attention, or what I saw for the past couple of days, is watching the press conference. watching Julius Brent against interview, and he spoke on adversity, how he's been dealing with things for the past 3 seasons, um, and having to overcome those things during those 3 seasons. Injuries every year that he's been in the league, it's been an injury, and he has been placed him on IR. Um, what is your take if you ever watched it? What is your take on that? Him facing adversity, and is there a breakout year coming?
Yeah, I mean, obviously injuries happen, but he's just had super bad luck. Like he's not been healthy pretty much at all. And he's been someone that we've wanted to be excited for ever since we drafted him because he's shown glimpses when he's healthy that he can be a really good cornerback. It's just
Oh my,
staying healthy is you have to be healthy or it doesn't matter how good you are. So, so I hope there's a breakout year coming because like adding Ward and then having Kenny Moore and then if Brent's broke out, that's our secondary would be so much better than it has been in a very long time. So like obviously hoping for health for everyone, but like someone like Juju Brents, we know what he can be. So if he can stay healthy, I mean I'm all for a breakout year.
I agree. Like you said, they brought in extra help. They brought in Tre'Davious Ward. They drafted Justin Wiley, uh, not to take his position, but they brought in more weapons, brought in more cover guys for our defense. Um, and if he's healthy, this helps a lot in our secondary. That will cover those guys that we have we got to face twice a year in our division with Calvin Ridley. You got Nico Collins, who's been torching us since the past 2 seasons, since he's been healthy. Shout out to him having a healthy season. I know he did miss some games the previous year, but we got to cover those guys. And then you added they draft Jacksonville added uh, Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter. So you need more weapons. The more the merrier. That's what I say. I always say that the more guys that can cover, the merrier. Got rid of Daryl Baker, got rid of Dallas Flowers, and we added better cover guys to stay in front of those guys. Hopefully, stay in front of those guys throughout the whole game, not just uh, a quarter or two, like it was for when we faced Amari Cooper a couple years ago, and they brought in who they brought in? Baker. They brought in Baker, and we lost the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, we don't need that.
We
No
don't need
more.
that. So yeah, that was tough. Um, so I mean, I'm hoping that he continues to face those adversity. He said that he's been dealing with that his whole life, and that's off the field, on and off the field. So hopefully he continues to face, overcome those adversity and be the player that we knew he could be coming out of Kansas State. He's a home guy. He's an indie guy. So he knows the expectation that is placed upon him. He knows it. So he got to go out there and perform it and show it to everybody, which he haven't done in 3 years. So, or 2 years. So we just got to, I guess, have faith that he can stay healthy, number one, and also perform. I don't know where he's going to be lined at. I don't know if he's going to be CB2. I don't know where he's going to be at. 'Cause right now, there's so much competition. Do you think that he can take the spot from Jalen Jones? I think he would be CB2. Think he'll take that spot back?
Um, I think if they're both healthy, it's hard to say because we don't know because we know Jones has gotten better ever since he's gotten to play, but we don't know how much better Brent has gotten since he's just been on the sidelines and practicing now. So it's hard to say whether he could take that spot back, but I think we're going to be rotating. So like if he's healthy, he's going to play.
I agree. I mean, this is what he's a former second round pick
Hmm.
a couple years ago, and the expectation, you know, during that time when he was drafted, this was no question that he'd be, starting at number two, CB2 or one. I think it was one, CB1. Jalen Jones wasn't the guy that we even thought about even being starting at all. since he was a 7th round pick. But look where he's at now. He's making a name for himself, and he's been the healthier guy. So
Mhm.
it's kind of hard to bench him if he win the job outright. Uh, so like you said, then with rotating the guys in and out, give those guys opportunity to have more snaps and be fresh because down the stretch you need more guys, uh, especially with the bye week is at week 11 now or 14.
Yeah, 11.
Week 11 now compared to week 14. There's gonna be guys get banged up throughout those weeks where we need fresher legs out there that can cover, like I said, those deadly guys that we face twice a year in this division, and not only in the division, but you got the Rams who has Devontae and Puka. Um, and who else on the schedule? You go down the list. There's a lot of guys that we have to face, which uh, we need the corners. So hopefully things he continues to progress well in training camp that's coming up in a couple of weeks. Um, and he shows us what that 2nd round pick was needed for. That he can play up to his I wouldn't say a hype, but play up to his draft pick. I would say that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on to our next topic. It's been so many things been said about AR for as missing count, uh, needing surgery. It's been a lot. But the latest report that we got that all he needed was some rest. That's it, just rest. He'd been throwing a lot. All he needed was rest. Once he got his second opinion, that's what the guy that did the surgery on him. That's what the guy said that he is needing rest. No surgery is needed, and that he should be ready come training camp. How excited are you to hear that news when that came out?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, that's what we were hoping whenever it came out that he was getting a second opinion. We were hoping, it is just rest. Um, but I mean, like you said, he has a lot of ground to make up. Daniel Jones took all the QB1 snaps, so he has to come out in training camp and he has to be there all of training camp and he has to stay healthy. Like if he doesn't stay healthy, he's just shooting himself in the foot. Um, so yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I want him to have a fair shot. I want them both to have a fair shot because whoever the best quarterback is needs to be the starter. So him being healthy and just needing rest is the best news we could have gotten out of this situation.
Are you frustrated?
Am I frustrated?
Are you
Because
frustrated? Yeah, with I know all of us have been defending him for the past 2 years in the chats where people are saying, "Are we ready to get rid of him and move on and draft Arch Manning?" Which I'm tired of hearing that, but I'm tired of hearing that part because I don't like tanking. I do not
Mhm.
like. I know what tanking does. Tanking give you a better quarterback. They got a Tennessee Titans feel. They feel like they have won a Super Bowl and they just picked the top one, first overall pick. And I know what it come with having a premier quarterback would do for any team that are uh, either a quarterback away of making the playoffs. And we've seen that we had opportunities to make the playoffs and we came short. Not because of quarterback play, not all just quarterback play, but Tyler Goodson and the other stuff. But um, are you just tired of just dealing with him and what's going on with the accuracy and health issues? Or you just grown tired?
Yeah, so for me, more so it's the injury side. Like I feel like if he can actually stay healthy, his accuracy is gonna work itself out. Like if he gets reps, he's gonna be fine. It's just him getting reps. It's just like people ask me because people around me know I'm a Colts fan. They ask me, what's AR gonna do? I have him in my dynasty league. I have him in my fantasy team. Is he gonna be the starter this year? And I can't confidently tell them, yeah, he's gonna be fine. You should definitely keep him or you should draft him. I can't tell him that because I don't know. He hasn't proved to be healthy, so I can't. It is frustrating because like because as a Colts fan, you drafted this guy at the 4th spot. You wanted him to work out, you want him to be that guy, but you can't confidently say to anyone, "Yes, he's gonna be out there every single game. He's gonna lead us to a Super Bowl." You just can't say that right now.
Yeah, we can be like the Patriots where they got super confidence in that quarterback.
Yeah,
There's no question. There's no question what type of quarterback that Patrick Mahomes is um, in his years of playing. He won 3 Super Bowls. So um, we don't have that same confidence. We haven't had that since 2019, 18, since
yeah,
2008. We haven't had that confidence. Yeah, we had Phil Rivers. Yeah, we had Brissett. We had a number of guys that Matt Ryan. We had number of guys that came through to try to lead us, and they all came up short. And that's what the frustration comes in there because, like you said, you get a quarterback 4th overall with a lot of potential, a lot of potential. Ceiling is high, but there's certain things he had to overcome, which is injuries, accuracy, um, and just mentally. He's mentally, I don't know, just dealing with so much, trying to be the quarterback that he know that the coach need, not what he need, what who he think he is. It's what the coach need. We need him to be healthy. We need him to be under center. We need him to make the right reads, right, make the right decisions as the quarterback for the Colts. And we don't know if he can be a franchise quarterback. We don't know, like you said, we don't know. You can't ask someone asks us, hey, can is it okay to draft him in fantasy or dynasty league? You're like, I mean, Chris, I wouldn't. But if someone asks you realistically, hey, should I do that? You're like, I'm not sure. I can't really answer that. I can't confidently answer that question for you and give you the right decisions to make for your league. My league, I'm going with the safe bets. I'm not going with, uncertainty. I'm not doing it. I won't be doing it. So it is frustrating for me because it's always, every week or every other day, there's a question. What is AR going to do? What is AR going to do? We hear that so often, so often. None of us know. We don't know. What we expect, we haven't seen it yet. So we expect him to be the quarterback for the future. We expect him to lead us to the promised land. It's just that I can't say it. I can't. I'm not going to go out and say it. I picked us winning 10 games, but not all of it's going to be because they are. It's going to be because of defense. Yeah, because um, I think our defense can win a couple games, but I don't think 10 wins is going to be on AR's shoulder. Is that why you got 11 wins because they are, or just a combination of
no,
everything?
I
No,
feel
I
like,
feel like,
yeah,
yeah,
our defense got a lot better this year. And that, like, I feel like we have weapons on offense as well, so it's not solely based on quarterback, but I do think, like, success on the year is very much gonna be dictated by whoever is under center for us.
and that brings to the next topic that you said, which is right now, uh, Daniel Jones is having a good camp so far. And my question would be for you, being that we already discussed by AR and him being expected to return, uh, return for training camp. Uh, with Daniel Jones having all the QB reps and playing and having a good camp so far, is he um, would he win the starting job since he have kind of like the lead right now? It's like he, in that race, he's taking that lead, but um, AR does have that ground to make up. Does, does James does Daniel Jones have a shot at winning this win this starting position?
So, still in my mind, I'm thinking if both guys are healthy to start the year, week 1, the starter would be AR. Do I think it's possible Daniel Jones, wins the starting job? Yeah, I think he definitely can. He was also an early first round pick, uh, in 19 with the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so he's obviously shown he can he can play well. He's just not been consistent, and he's obviously older than they are. So that's why I feel like if they're both healthy week 1, it will be AR, but, I mean, I'm not counting Jones out.
Um, what I think with Daniel Jones, I know a lot of people have made have been advocating for Daniel Jones based off what he hasn't had with the Giants. He haven't had a nice, haven't had a good O line.
Mhm.
Uh, and he hasn't had weapons outside of Saquon Barkley. Goes to Colts, you got nice weapons and receivers, plethora of receivers, and plethora of running backs with JT, Herbert, and Giddens. I'm sorry, Giddens, and like I said, all pro O line. Starting with Nelson. People questioning, you know, if AR cannot win this job, they're wanting Daniel Jones to be the guy to lead us based off having those positive things that I mentioned for his O line weapons. Um, and right now, since he's been taking the reps, he does have that lead because he's the only one healthy right now. Has their quarterback in the competition. I don't want to. I don't want to give up. I don't want to feel like I'm giving up on AR basically because of the potential that or the ceiling that he can reach. I want to see it through. I want to see it through. I don't. I want to see it through. If he can't, then I'm done. I'm done. Obviously, he's not worthy of starting quarterback position. So if he can't beat out Daniel Jones, then I'm done. I'm officially off the hype train of Anthony Richardson if he can't beat out Daniel Jones. And this is not a huge slate uh, uh, at Daniel Jones because we saw what he had. I know he only had one good season with New York Giants, and they paid him based off that. He paid pretty good, and he's paid pretty
Yeah.
good as a backup slash maybe starter here. I just ain't ready to give up on AR just yet, and I just want to see it through. I think he can. I think he can do it, man. I really think that with the right mindset, he could get himself mentally ready uh, to play a 17 game season. Accuracy, I'm not too worried about that because, like I said, having Tyler Warren that definitely helps and will improve his accuracy. Um, he has learned how to slide. He's been sliding and going out of bounds. Um, I just I just want to see it through, man. And it's tough to just give up and just ride the wave with Daniel Jones. Not because I've been talking bad about Daniel Jones, because he can be a decent quarterback. We don't need. I don't think our days of having a quarterback like Andrew Luck and Peyton. I'm not saying they're over, because I think that we're adapting to the new wave of mobile quarterbacks now. Quarterbacks that can escape the pocket, make plays out of the pocket, um, and they also just being able to pick apart a defense. We're in that wave now, and a lot of teams have that, except us. We just haven't gotten it right thus far. So I'm not ready to say Daniel Jones can win the job. I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. I guess training camp and then preseason will be telling for me. And at that point, when we have those episodes, I'll be ready to say, hey, or the guy. If he's not, then I'm done. I can't. There's nothing else for me to defend anymore at that point. If he loses this job. There's nothing for me to defend anymore. So I don't want to be the fan that's still holding on, like some fans that held on to Andrew Luck for so long after he retired. I don't want to be that guy. So hold on. I'd rather just let him go, be a backup somewhere else, or if he have an opportunity to be a starter with whomever, I don't know. Uh, Maybe get this guy for the end, but um, it's still just listen to the press conference. It seems like they are giving him the coach or will give him an opportunity to still be a coach. We don't know when. We don't know when. I don't know. It's you feel like he got to. Do you feel like he got to the end of his contract, or you feel like they just go ahead and cut ties now? Because it seems like I'm hearing two different things. I'm hearing that what Carly said in her press conference that he has an opportunity uh, to be, to make a name for himself if he wants to. So it's just like she's giving him opportunity. But I don't know that if he don't do that this year, that she's going to cut ties, or she's going to wait till his contract extension is up and give him that opportunity. What you think?
Um, so if I was just guessing, I would say, after this year, if it's not working out, they may look to trade him. But like if they can't get anything back, they'll probably just put him as a backup here until his contract's out. I don't think they would just straight up cut him. I don't see what that would do no good, I feel like.
What would I mean? There's really no value for him. There's really much. There's no value.
I mean, unless somebody still has faith in his upside if he doesn't work out this year. Yeah, like, you wouldn't think you'd be able to get a lot for him, but I mean, you never know.
If Desmond Bain can come up with 4 picks, four if Desmond Bain can get 4 unprotected picks, Anthony Richardson can get 17 unprotected picks, uh, probably from the Patriots or from Jacksonville. Somebody give us some picks for him. No, I don't think. I don't think. On a serious note, I don't think. Um, Maybe a day 3 pick possibly suffice as a coach. Um, I don't know if they're gonna. I don't think they. I mean, I don't think they're a tank, man. I don't think they're a tank. Because I mean, right now they got how many quarterbacks? Um, if they were to tank this year, what quarterbacks available other than the Clemson quarterback? And
You got Penn State's,
yes,
uh, South Carolina's,
sorry, Seller.
yeah, Steelers.
Oh no,
I
I
mean,
could just saying yeah, but no. The
uh,
Clemson quarterback who was pretty good. Name it.
Clemson?
Huh?
Is that what you said? Clemson's quarterback?
Yeah,
Klubnik or whatever?
Can't say. I think it's Kane.
Cade?
Yeah, um, yeah. So we yeah, uh, I don't think this class is. I mean, I don't know because I mean the year after that is just the year of Arch Manning.
Yeah, I guess if it's not working out, then we'll really pay attention to whoever's coming out.
And we don't want to force drafting a quarterback. So that's what we did this couple of years. That's what was said that um, Tim Irsay forced us to draft a quarterback 2 years ago, which led to us getting the third quarterback in the draft, um, which was Anthony Richardson. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just not into the tanking business, man. I'm not.
No. Well, we have too good of a team to tank. It's the only question mark I feel like is quarterback, which obviously is a huge position, and you don't need a question mark there, but we have too good of a team to just lose games. It wouldn't make sense.
I mean, I don't losing games.
Well, I'm just saying tank, not lose. We're gonna lose games, obviously, but like I'm saying tank.
Yeah, yeah, losing tanking is it's not something. Obviously we did it with Angel Luck.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't think we did it with Peyton Manning. I think he just sucked. 'Cause he sucked the next year after uh, the year that he got drafted. He won like 3 games and then went on a nice little run the rest of his career. And then Andrew Luck, we team got him, and he ended up going 11-5 his first 3 seasons. Some people saying we're cursed. Some people are saying I've seen a lot of things, and it has been frustrating that some things that I can defend, some things that I will defend because I am a Colts fan and I'm crazy like that. I'm going to say I want to defend my team till I can't anymore. I'm just hoping that this is a year that we can make the playoff in some way, go deep in the playoffs because it's deserving. Our fan base deserve it. You know, we see other Indiana teams. You see what the Pacers, they're in the finals right now. Regardless of how the outcome is, whether they lose in the finals, they made it there when the odds were against them. That no one picked them to be in the finals. Uh, I know they OKC hit they picked them already. You know, once they started on a huge run, but the Pacers was never a choice. So they're fighting the odds. It was look what how the Fever is playing. They made the playoffs last year. And they was like 1-7 or something like that. Start the season out, and they looked pretty good in Hayden Clark return. So Indiana has been winning everywhere else except the team that has been a football state at first. It seems like the other teams are doing well except Indy, and we got to make that. We got to make some changes or some adjustments to be in that conversation with the other team as well. That way, all the teams in Indiana be well. So, yeah, I don't have. You have anything else to say on this Daniel Jones thing?
No, I
No,
think we
we
covered it pretty
covered pretty
well.
well. So, um, we can go ahead and get out of here, man. We've been we covered all our coach talk conversations, um, and we wanted to see what everybody else think. They can come in the chat and let us know what they believe, whether um, they feel like Daniel Jones could have take over a certain position, uh, whether Julius Brents can have a breakout year, or is there something to worry about with Carly Ursay Gordon wearing her headset? Is there something to worry about? Y'all come in the chat and let us know. Uh, is there concerns with her? Is there a breakout year for Julius Brents? Um, and do they feel like Daniel Jones can start and take the position from the guy that we had so much hope for, and has not shown us anything other than right now some headaches and empty promises right now. So yeah, comment. But on that note, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Let us know where they can find you at, Austin.
Yeah, you can find me on X at Cookie Austin 2.
Oh, no Twitter. I'm on Twitter.
Yeah, it's been X for a while now, so
You can find me on X, and then you follow the rest of the guys on the bottom right there at Duncan Gandhi and HZS Ryan Van Deever. And you can follow us. There we go. Follow us on all platforms. Us meaning the podcast. Follow us on all platforms. Also, subscribe to our channel at HS Mob Podcast. Like, subscribe, and also share. It does definitely helps us out. Thanks for all the ones that have been tuning in. Thanks for the ones that have been liking and sharing and subscribe to the channels. Appreciate it. And it helps us continue our content and grow to the community that everybody can reach and see these this great team we have with Austin, myself, the Uncle Gani, the great Harish, and then you got a Ryan who's been vital uh, on our team. He has a good feel of what the Colts need, and also what we need on this podcast. It's been great for us. So on that note, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, guys. We'll see y'all next week with hopefully there's no bad thing. Because it seems like every week there's something. Hopefully we got news with AR. Is We'll be ready for day one of training camp and not having to worry about other stuff that we've been worrying about for some time now. Hopefully we are able to see that he's healthy and he is gonna win the position and take us to a Super Bowl. Hey, I won in my um, football. He helped me win in my football on Madden. So I'm excited for that, but I need to see that in real life. One of those
Yeah,
guys. Got any other remarks?
I'm good.
One of those guys. We're gonna get up out of here, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in and watching us. It's been a pleasure, been an honor. We're gonna see y'all next week, same time, 8:30 p.m. This is Central Time and 9:30 Eastern Time. So
On one out snap, it's a fact that I'm unstoppable.